نبدأ بإذن الله تعالى. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن اتبع هداه. أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, progressing with our lessons in Madeenah book 3, we have reached الدرس الثامن. الدرس الثامن, the main purpose of الدرس الثامن is to show us the difference between two types of words. Let's go to the whiteboard very quickly. You would remember, inshallah, in Madeenah book 1, we started by saying هذا بيت, and we later learned that the word هذا is mubtada, and baytun is khabar. We also learned that the mubtada is always ma'rifah. The mubtada is always ma'rifah. Okay. We moved after this lesson 1 in Madeenah book 1, we moved a few lessons forward after learning some vocabulary and some ism al-ishara, dhalika, and a few things, and suddenly we started saying baytun al-baytu. Let's get that color again. Red. We started saying baytun al-baytu. You can tell me the difference between these two words.
Definite and not definite.
أيوة أحسنتك يا أبو ميمون, بارك الله فيك.
فيكم
Definite
بركة.
and not definite. Or we can say معرفة ونكرة. Basically, the word that we learned originally, baytun, this is nakira. Baytun, which means a house, any house, a house from amongst the houses. And when you say al, now you have specified that house. And today's lesson, الدرس الثامن, is all about the different types of nakira and the different types of ma'rifah in al-lughat or al-lughat al-arabiyyah. طيب. We have a conversation supposedly taking place between a customer and a, what we will call in English, shopkeeper. And though Memu may differ, maybe he has a different name for shopkeeper.
Hold on, let me see. What page you at?
That's the Thamin.
I'm looking for it now.
I haven't got a
Yeah,
page
my
now.
book might be a little different compared to yours, right?
Yeah, that's right. So don't go for the page now, just go for the dars. Okay, so I need two readers. Bi'idhnillah.
Everything looks good though, so far.
Yeah, good, alhamdulillah. So we have al-mushtari, this is the one who purchases, the customer who came to purchase something. And we have Sahibul Mahalli. This is the person who is the shop owner selling something. Okay, so I've got Abu Maymun and Habib. Abdul Kareem is also with us. So I need two readers. Who is it going to be? Abdul Kareem, are you good to read?
Yeah, Namaste.
طيب, who is Abu Maymun or Habib?
All right.
Okay, أخي Abu Maymun, barakallahu fiqh.
People
Abu
better-
Maymun, you are the
Who, Sahibu Mahalli?
Sahibul Mahal, yes. Abdul Kareem, you are the Mushtari, the customer. Alhamdulillah. ابدأوا.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
ابدأ.
ألديك أقلام؟
نعم. لدينا الأقلام الخبرية.
لدينا.
Okay, sorry. لدينا أقلام الخبر وأقلام الجاف
لا
جاف.
يا أخي, لا. Again, please. يهديكم الله ويصلح بالكم. Again, please, أخي.
لدينا أقلام خبر وأقلام جافة. I mean جافات.
أحسنت. جافة. لدينا أقلام حبر وأقلام جافة. What does this sentence mean, please?
I have a difficulty.
Yes, we have ink pen and the ball pen.
Okay. All right.
بارك الله فيك. So أقلام حبر. What does that look like to you? This combination of words. أقلام حبر.
مضاف إليه.
بارك الله فيك. أحسنت وأحسن الله إليك. مضاف ومضاف إليه. وأقلام جافة. This combination is?
نعت منقوط.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
أحسنت. He said لدينا, we have. طيب. أقلام حبر basically means an ink pen. These are those old-fashioned pens that you have to add the cartridge, ink cartridge to it, or you have to draw ink from a pot into it. And the other one was the ballpoint pen. أقلام جافة. Jaffa basically refers to something which is dry. Jaffa means dry. So dry ink, that was a technology that they had created right those years ago. All right, to move away from the ink pens. Then the Mushtari says,
أعطيني ذاك يشير إلى قلم.
what does this mean? أعطني.
Give me.
No, أعطيني. أعطني.
أعطيني.
Give me.
Barakallahu fik. And this is fi'l amr from, should go to.
So the word أعطيني فعل أمر.
Yeah, have a look at it. It says over here, so we have the verb is أعطى.
Yeah.
This is fi'l madi. And the fi'l mudari' is يعطي. أعطى يعطي. Okay. Now, as we know, the fi'l amr always comes from fi'l mudari'. Now, this verb, even though it's a three-letter verb originally, it has an extra letter added to it, which is the alif. So ordinarily, our pattern in the first classes up till now has been فعل يفعل or فعل يفعل or فعل يفعل. Okay? This pattern here is أفعل يفعل. It's a new pattern and it's called a فعل الثلاثي المزيد بحرف. الفعل الثلاثي المزيد بحرف. This is a 3-letter verb that had one letter added to it. So the origin of the verb is still fa, ayn, and lam, but it has an alif added to it in the fi'l madi. And so then, because there's already an alif, because this letter is already there, you can't say, can't use a fatha in the fi'l mudari, because that will resemble al-fi'l al-thulathi that doesn't have any extra letters, like fa'ala yaf'alu. Like fa'ala yaf'alu, yaf'alu, fatha on the ya. So because there's alif over here already, the fi'l mudari takes a dhamma. Okay, that's actually a separate lesson, which doesn't concern us right now, but what does concern us is how to make this fi'l mudari from al-fi'l al-thulathi al-mazid biharf, a 3-letter verb that has one letter added to it. How do you make it into fi'l amr? And basically, as we know, we have to remove the harf al-mudara'a. Okay? And we also have to make it majzoom. And because the letter at the end is this ya, then it's harf al-illa, so that making it into fi'l amr means hadfu harf al-illa. So what are you left with? That's what you're left with. Sorry about the writing. Just write it properly. Or maybe not properly, but better. So we have an ain with a sukoon on it, and we have a ta with a kasr on it. That's what's left. Now, the reason we can't put the hamza al-wasl at the beginning, why not? Why can't we say i'ti? Anybody? Give me your best guess. La. The reason we cannot do this because this is what we do for the 3-letter verb that does not have any extra letters. Al-fi'l al-thulathi al-mujarrad. Fa'ala yaf'alu. If'al. Yeah? Jalasa. Fa'ala yaf'ilu. Jalasa yajlisu. Ijlis. So because we have an extra letter, over here we have an extra letter, we reflected the extra letter by adding a dhamma. We have to also reflect it in the fi'l amr by using hamzatul qata', not hamzatul wasl. So it becomes a'ti. A'ti. This is fi'l amr. Okay. Now you can say a'ti al-mudarrisa al-qalam. Give the teacher the pen, for example. Okay? You want to say, give it to me. And you can't put the ya back for me, because that goes back to the same problem that we have here. You already deleted the ya. A'ti. This is a problem. And this is also another problem with this is that this is an address to a lady. Anti. A'ti. Okay? This is the reason why this noon comes here, which is known as noon al-wiqaya. The noon, which is a protective barrier. Noon al-wiqaya. So you say, a'tini, a'tini, give me. It's a protective barrier, preventing this ya from being misunderstood to be the ya of al-mukhatabah, addressing a feminine, addressing a female. Is that clear, inshallah?
No.
بإذن الله. So he said, أعطني. That's why you don't say أعطيني. Yeah? You would say that to a lady. You wouldn't say that to a man. أعطني ذاك. ذاك. يشير إلى قلم, pointing to a pen. قلم, note that he says قلم, a pen. He points to a pen. طيب. صاحب المحل says
هذا.
أيوة. أبو كريم.
لا الذي فوقه.
Meaning, not that one, but the one which is
In front of it.
لا, above it.
Above it. فوقه.
Not أمامه. He said فوقه. طيب. صاحب المحل says
هذا.
you got long lines today.
I know, right?
Al-Mushtari says
نعم وأعطني قلم رصاص.
why does qalama have a fatha on it?
Interesting.
مفعول به.
Barakallahu feek. مفعول به. This is really interesting. Look at this. Look at this. أعطني. This verb أعطني. Where is the fi'l? Where is the fa'il? And where is the maf'ul bihi? Come on, somebody quickly.
فاعل أنت مستتر.
عفوا.
فاعل is أنت.
أيوة. The fa'il is أنت ضمير مستتر. تقديره أنت. You're talking to someone and giving them a command. So أيوة, that is the fa'il. The fi'l we know is أعطي. مفعول به.
يا المتكلم.
يا المتكلم. أحسنت. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let's change the ya al-mutakallim to a person. So let's say, give the teacher. أعطي المدرس. What's the i'rab of al-mudarris?
مدرسة.
أحسنت. What's the i'rab?
مفعول به.
مفعول به. طيب, give him what? For example, give him
قلم.
القلم, you said?
Yeah.
طيب. What's the i'rab of al-qalam? This
قلم.
also takes a fatha. Because if you look in the dars just now, you said أعطني وأعطني قلم رصاص. Yes? And already we said that this ya here, ya mutakallim is maf'ulun bihi, mansub. So qalama is also mansub. So how is it mansub? Do we say badal? Do we say qalam is badal of mudarris? No. because it's something different. The qalam is not the mudarris is not the qalam. Different to when we say, A'ti Shaykha Bilalan. Shaykha Bilalan. A'ti Shaykha Bilalan. Shaykha is maf'ulun bihi, and Bilalan is badal of Shaykh. A'ti Shaykha Bilalan. Yeah? Okay, that's badal. This is not badal. Okay, Habib. This is not badal. This is not badal. So what is this? This is an interesting situation because over here we had an extra letter. This is a fi'l thulathi mazid biharf. It had a knock-on effect. This harf had a knock-on effect. It knocked on to mudari' in that now we say dhamma instead of fatha. It knocked on to the fi'l amr in that we use hamzat al-qata', we don't use hamzat al-wasl. And it also knocked on to the maf'ulun bihi, where now, because of this extra letter, you can have two maf'ulun bihi. Maf'ulun bihi awwal and maf'ulun bihi thani. ثان مفعول أول ومفعول ثاني وثان. So we have two maf'uls. Two maf'ulun bihi. Okay, is that clear, inshallah?
No.
That's why he said wa a'tini qalama rasasin. وأعطني قلم رصاص. This qalama is mansub. Why is it mansub? Someone said maf'ulun bihi. Someone said maf'ulun bihi mudaf. Is it the first maf'ulun bihi or the second maf'ulun bihi? Does this word have two maf'uls or not? Naam, ahsanti. Maf'ulun bihi thanin. Mansub, the sister said. Wa huwa mudaf. It's mudaf, yes, we know it's mudaf because it goes next to rasasin. It's maf'ulun bihi thanin. That's what you needed to say. Jazakumullah khairan. La, one sister said it's the first. Alhamdulillah, she changed it. But the first one is Ya mutakallim a'tini. Give me. Give me. Barakallahu feek. طيب. What's the meaning of qalamu rasasin?
Depends.
Is it pencil, Ustad?
It is, because the word rasas is the word which is used for lead. So this is basically lead pencil. It is, the sister says, bullet. Rasas is also the word used for bullet. It is. And it's also a color. It's like a gray color. They say is color. The color is gray. Rasasi. If you say rasasi, that the color is gray. طيب. Then Sahib al-Mahal says,
هذا قلم رصاص.
okay, so he gives it to him. طيب. Then the Mushtari says,
Atini daftaran.
what is the i'rab of daftaran? مفعول به ثاني منصوب. أحسنتي. it also is maf'ulun bihi. So, sister, put your hand up. But if you don't mind, you can put your, just type it, inshallah. I've seen that you asked a question. You said, is qasas, is it the third maf'ul? No, you will not have a third maf'ul here. In actual fact, rasas is mudafun ila qalam. So it's neither is it na'at, neither is it maf'ul, it is mudafun ilayhi, meaning mudaf ila qalam. Qalam is mudaf and rasas is mudaf ilayhi. Is that clear, inshallah? طيب. أعطني دفترا, he said. صاحب المحل says.
دفاتر أنواع مختلفات.
Again.
I'm having trouble with the first word. دفاتر.
لا يا أخي. الدفاتر.
Huh? Say that again.
You have alif or lam?
Uh-huh.
How are you going to read it? نعم. الدفاتر.
الدفاتر أنواع مختلفات. أي نوع تريد؟ تريد.
أي نوع تريد؟
أي نوع تريد؟
نوع.
No.
Okay. What does this sentence mean, please? Anybody? We have some brothers.
There are different type of notebooks. Do you need which type do you want?
Which type do you want? Why is the word ayya with a fatha? La. The sister said it's mudaf. But that's not my question. Why does it look like it's mansoob? Okay, now we have two answers. Both of them said it's maf'ul. Ahsant. 3. Well, all said. What? So where is the fi'l that's making it mansoob? Naam. It comes from the verb turidu. Even though the fi'l comes after, because this word is a question word, ay, this is ism istifham. This is a question word. This is how to start a question. You can't put the question at the end, the question word at the end. Yeah, when you ask in English, you don't say, this book, how much?
Yeah.
You say, how much is this book?
Exactly.
So you're not going to say, تريد أي نوع. Generally, you're going to put the question word first. So here's the question word, it's come first, but because it is related to the fi'l, it becomes mansoob and it's brought forward. This is called maf'ulun bihi muqaddam. Muqaddam meaning brought forward. So it's brought forward, change the order of the sentence. أي نوع, the mudaf and mudaf ilayhi, turidu. Which type do you need? Because he said أنواع مختلفة. أنواع is the plural of naw'un. And what's the meaning of naw' and anwa'?
No is the type.
Types. Yes, naw' means type and anwa' means types.
Types.
Different types. Anwa'un mukhtalifatun. Okay. Since I already told you that this lesson is all about ma'rifah and the different types of ma'rifah, and nakira and the different types of nakira, you can almost sense where this lesson is going and how the words have been introduced. That sometimes they're talking about things in a nakira way, and sometimes they're talking about things in a ma'rifah way, something specific. Something sometimes is unspecific, sometimes it is specific. And as we go through the lesson, he said to him, "Ad-dafatiru anwa'un mukhtalifa." As we go through this lesson, you'll see more examples of things which are nakira, things which are ma'rifah. Okay, and then we have a very interesting set of lessons, tamarin, which we will go through, inshallah, to implement the rules of that which has been introduced into Ad-Dars al-Thamin. Tayyib. Let's just finish the answer to this question. He said, "Ad-dafatiru anwa'un mukhtalifatun ayya naw'in turid." The mushtari said,
Uridu daftaran za warakhin musattirin ala gilafihi.
La la la. Musattarin.
Musattarin ala gilafihi kharitatu kharitatul alamil islami.
What does that mean, Akhi? Barakallahu feek, ahsant.
I want the notebook which has rule pages, and upon that, this
Ghilaf, cover.
it has a cover which is having a map of something, map of Islamia, or
Islamic.
cover of Islamic map on it.
Al-Alam. Rabbul Alameen.
Of the world
Atlas, right?
World
map.
map. Yes, the world map. Kharitatul Alamil Islamiyyi. So he's looking for a very specific type of notebook. Yeah, it's lined or ruled. The warakin musattarin. And on the cover is the map of the Islamic world. طيب. We'll stop there, inshallah, as it started Isha in Jeddah. And we'll continue from this point next week, where he's continuing his shopping spree. And Sahib al-Mahal asked him, "Do you want anything else?" He said no. So then he calls his son to put things in the bag. We'll talk about that next week. بإذن ta'ala. Wallahu a'lam. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Wassalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.